So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Ugh, what are you doing here?
Oh, right, she's still mad at me. Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Oh, come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
You're gonna get slapped next, Dio.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP. Timioji and I only have 1. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got, what, maybe 5 years left? Maybe less?
Damn, Alice, rude.
I'm not like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh. Look. Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do. Avenge my father's murder.
Oh.
That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Okay. Fine, just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Because that's a weird fucking thing to say. I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you?
No.
CIA? Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better.
You know, she's generally pretty on the ball for what, you know, is happening at the time. It's just, like I said, her and Lotus, the clothing choices.
Better I keep him guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No, she has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Or somewhere.
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes, but that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji.
Okay.
Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
Yeah.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
Smart Tenmyoji.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
In his dollar store ringleader outfit. A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip. Missed.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still.
40's pretty old for somebody doing trapeze work, though.
He was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then.
Yeah.
I lost my father in a tragic circus accident.
Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, Point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced.
Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. An Arabic translation patch for 999.
On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. You still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got in my car, the white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it. I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No idea.
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope, you're all strangers. Well, I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until the amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Arabic. One of my old roommates was Persian, so I've heard Farsi, but I'm not... Even then, I don't really know any Farsi from that.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay's a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
It's weird.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know. She didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
Yeah. Alice's exasperated look at that response is the best.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
I'd make a I drink and I know things joke, but there's been no drinking in this game. No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah, she's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much as you. So, basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Fee, and yet I know nothing about her except her name, and only that I had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. Fake detective, a waitress, garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
Crew quarters? I think I'll head to the crew quarters.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
Bro? I'm not your bro, buddy. Alright.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Alice and I all went through these rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, do you think I really wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary.
What's this book?
Oh, that's a book about a meowed cats.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Okay.
That's weird.
Quark.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh, well, there's this quantum physics experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat.
Oh, Schrodinger's cat.
That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Yeah, I forgot about it too until it came up in this room. The cat thing. And yeah, Dio is nobody's bro. Meow buddy?
What?
I don't really know anything meowed it. I'm just telling you what Fee told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
I like to imagine Quark is like shielding himself from getting bopped in the head for telling a pun.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyoji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious. I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you? Okay.
No.
I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached in his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. This is about the Radical 6 infection. Big death toll, quarantine if you have it.
It seems a little hard to believe.
If there really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard of the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was that really the first time I'd heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why?
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Oh, poor Quark, he looks so scared. Clover's voice shattered the silence.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something!
Oh?
What did you find?
It's horrible! It's really scary! Oh, never mind! Just shut up and follow me!
Uh-oh.
You'll understand when you see it.
Where
It's
is
right
it?
over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Okay. Said nothing, just pointed under the bed. Three of us crouched under and followed her finger. There it was. Oh shit. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
Bomb? No, no way.
So, thank you, Sigma.
Yeah, the timing of playing this game during the COVID pandemic, the irony is not lost on me.
Goodbye.
Of course, it was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. That it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody!
No, it's all right. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner than she'd spoken the words and the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There, you see?
Well, that's not good. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
Turn the AC off so it's cold again. Thank you for the stretch reminder. I will start doing that while I read off this text.
You're right.
Let me put on auto so I can do that while I stretch.
It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
That's good to know. Who was the first person to find this?
Me. And Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here, then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
You can tell
Why?
just by looking at it.
Well, during my train...
Oh. Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please. Just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter bomb? That doesn't sound real.
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Okay,
you know what
Phi,
that
why
is?
do you know that?
Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah? Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Thank you for the stretch reminder, Hugback. She
You
felt
know
really
him
good.
best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
She nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So,
We want to learn about
protons have
subatomic particles
antiprotons
today.
and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Yeah, I'd say at least this game does a better job of weaving these long-winded explanations into more sane parts of the narrative. Whereas 999 just be like, hey, we're stuck in a freezer. Let's talk about Ice 9. Anyhow, we've learned about Annihilation.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they disappear.
Fine, that's not helping.
Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Oh. That's when you reach over to Quark and you pat him on the head and you say, good job, buddy.
Exactly. In
What?
this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation.
Okay, I guess that works out for an explanation.
It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter.
Yeah, I will say that, like I said, VLR is much better on the digression parts, because it tends to happen here and not in puzzles. But yeah, I mean, I was definitely getting exasperated a little bit with it in 999, even though, like I said, I've done it before and I knew it was coming.
That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the... You've got to be kidding me. There's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy,
Oh,
right?
only.
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
How do you know that?
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
There could be a number 2 or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
yes, there's no way to know if this is the final bomb either.
Could be a 4th or a 5th. Well, this is happy, fun, sunshine times.
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Probably a bad idea. Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No!
No!
Don't touch it!
No touch! No touch explosive device. Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now.
Yeah, don't touch the goddamn bomb. That's what we're gonna fucking do.
Until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password?
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Well, great. This is very good.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea, but we can figure out when they did it.
Oh yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we all went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. No one liked that answer. Alice's face. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Nah. Not out loud, you didn't. You've gotta be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was just, I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think I was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way the noted culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible. There's
Why?
no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior, which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Bee and Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Tenmyoji? Vi? Or... It seemed insane, but could it have been Quark? No. Why would Zero Senior have gone all through the trouble of setting up a bomb? Make this game more exciting? Make it seem more dangerous? No. It didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who had planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no! This is bad!
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet!
Oop. Ah, shit. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it once we get to the next room. I'm kind of getting hungry and tired. So we'll at least get to the point where I pick which room we're going into. And I'll go ahead and cut it off there. And I'll be back again on Monday to do more. Probably end up being a shorter stream. I have an HOA meeting at 7. I'm going to try to start a little earlier than I normally would and see if I can get at least like 2.5 hours in, but we'll see when I manage to get started. because I have to stop a little bit before HOA time to get paperwork together. Because I don't know how to say no. Alright, there's our chromatic doors.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Well, what are our options this time?
Pay attention. I'm only saying this once. Just like the last time, we've got 3 possible combinations.
I'll let people in chat give their opinions. I'll go through these a little slower than I normally would. So if you have an idea of which option you think I should take, feel free to toss it in chat, and I'll probably pick it. We quickly laid out our choices. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover and go through the green door. Temioji and Dio pair up with Alice and go through red. Kay and Quark go with Fee and go through the blue door. Option B, Luna and I team up with Fee and go through red. Temioji and Dio pair up with Clover and go through blue. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice and go through green. Option C, Luna and I pair up with Alice. Temioji and Dio pair up with Fee. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover. So we have a choice between Alice, Fee, and Clover? Yeah, Alice, Fee, and Clover.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors.
And that's assuming
close.
one of those options doesn't get auto-nixed by the game. Okay, how do we want to do this?
Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah?
Then can I decide this time?
Why
I
you?
think I deserve it. I only have 1 BP left. Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose? Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose too. I mean, you've only got 1 BP, right?
You've got a point. But how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people do you want?
The green door. And I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see.
Okay, so which would put us with B.
Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Why? If we go through there together, that means you'll be playing against me in the next AB game. Are you really, really sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Matter of fact, that's why I want to go with you.
Oh?
You said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to change your mind. I figure this will give me the chance. I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh. And that is?
We'll get to that later.
Mysterious.
Anyway, if Alice's first choice would be option B, then?
Yes.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay, too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I went with option B, then Luna and I would go through the door with Thief. As far as how I felt about that... Okay, so we got the option of accepting this option or rejecting it. And give us a couple more seconds to make a choice. Otherwise, I know what I will pick. I'm not gonna rock the boat. We're gonna go for yes. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have any problems with it.
There were no objections.
Then we're all set. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic
I'm glad I
doors
picked the option
close.
you were thinking about, Hug.
9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Kay, Quark, and Alice ran for the green door, while Tenmyoji, Dio, and Clover ran towards the blue one. My feet slapped against the hard metal of the warehouse floor as Luna, Fi, and I ran towards the red chromatic door and the next stage of the nonary game.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Alright, I'm gonna get to the point where it opens up the room and then I'm gonna cut it. Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah, looks like it.
I wonder what this thing is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
It's got a lever. Try pulling it, Sigma.
Why should I?
It might be dangerous. Maybe it'll trigger an explosion.
That's really helpful.
Or possibly it shocks you when you pull it. Who knows?
Right. Then I have no choice. Did you really think I'd say that, you heartless monster? There's nothing on either side, is there?
What's that supposed to mean?
Sorry for the confusion. I was talking about your breasts? What?
It's called dressing modestly. I'll have you know I'm a C-cup.
God damn it, Sigma. If you're a C-cup, I'm packing 12 inches. Oh, Jesus. We continued in that vein for some time until... Go to the shame corner, Sigma. Luna got tired of everybody talking about dicks and tits and just like, fuck this.
What?
Oh, I love her little, like, hee-hee expression.
It sounded like you two might take a while, so I pulled the lever. Is that okay?
Only the one on the left opened.
Luna is the hero we need. The others are still shut tight.
Well, we should get going anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save you here. This seems like a good enough cutting point. On to the next room. Tune in next time to see what it is.